better than that in a lot of ways. He's a great guy. Well, here's Gary. Now, Gary is completely lost, and it's, you know, as you mentioned during practice, he was lost. You can see this, he's lost again. He's trying to tighten the lineup and throw with more ball speed, and all it did was still hook through the middle of the head pin. He leaves the 6, 7, 10. The idea here is to slide the 6 into the 7, let the ball take out the 10. Cross lane, switches balls. He's got a chance.
Ooh. Well, I'll tell you what. There's the Hall of Famer himself, Dick Weber.
He wishes he was out there. I'll tell you what. Here's a guy that's in his mid-60s, somewhere in that neighborhood. He keeps lying about his age. I'm not sure how old he is, but he can still play with the best of these guys out here in the senior tour.
He does real well. 5 decades he's won tournaments, and not too bad.
Not too bad.
2 pins the difference in this match. Dickinson trying to get his act together here. Finally does. Boy, you know, that 2-pin in the first frame, he's just back and forth, Earl, trying to find it.
I think he's confused, whereas Gene is in deeper on the lane, and he's getting a better ball reaction than Gary is. Gary's trying to play the track a little too much, I think, and creating too much friction early. And he's got to get deeper. He's got to get more inside.
So you'd think at this point in the match, advantage Gene-Stus?
I do. I think because he's more relaxed. He two things. One is he's more relaxed, and part of the reason he's more relaxed is he's been here before. He's won this tournament twice before, and he's already won a match today, so he's more comfortable. Gary's out there. He's a little bit nervous. Hall of Fame player, but still, you still feel the nerves in front of the television cameras. And now he's bowling for something that we talked about. A lot of money, the Ebonite Senior Players Championship.
Can't throw it any better than that. It's kind of like a couple more guys that are big help. Dick Evans on the left with the press score, and Rick Hudson on the right, the assistant tournament director. And our public relations director for the PBA, Kevin Shippey, turns 39 today. Happy birthday, Kevin.
Big shot for Gary-Dickinson. He must have this one to stay in the match. I think if he doesn't, it's getting out of hand.
Trips the 4 and leaves the 9.
Well, we got a lot of room. That was a good shot by Gary right there. You remember I told you he's trying to go with more ball speed and go more direct, and here you can see that. He's almost on the 3rd arrow around the 16 board. A lot more ball speed, more forward roll, keep the ball on line. Just finishes a little high in the head pin. Match a long way from over, so don't get the idea I think it's over, but I think Gene-Stus definitely has the hammer at this time. He's the man.
Well, plus he seems to have the quality that he senses when he has the advantage, and he jumps on it.
I hate to have him jump on me. He's a big guy. But he's a fighter, and he's a winner. Gene-Stus is a winner. Both these guys obviously winners, but Gene-Stus has really learned a lot in 3 years on the senior tour.
8th, 9th, and 10th left.
Look out. Gary's confused.
Yeah.
When you see a player shaking his head like that, that doesn't mean that he's saying that shouldn't happen. What he's saying is, I don't know what to do. I'm confused. I'm lost on the lanes. I don't know where to throw it, how to play it.
So what should he do at this point in time?
I think he should be playing more to the middle of the lane. He's got to get away from the ball track. There's too much friction in that area. The ball's hooking early. He's got to get more inside. Even if he leaves a weak 10, it's at least a chance to get the ball in the pocket, have a chance to strike.
So you think he needs to move left with his feet and left with his target?
I think so. That's exactly how I feel. And I watch Gene-Stus now. Even though he does have more of a side rotation on the ball, he's playing deep in the lane. And I think Gary needs to get in there and try to basically copy his angle on the lane.
14 pins the difference.
Big shot here for Gene.
Good speed. Oh, he destroyed those pins.
Big, strong man. He gets a lot of revolutions on the ball. We're going to take a look at the ball. Watch the ball going down the lane. Gene's already running it out, as you can see. Watch the 5-pin. Goes over, helps get out that 7-pin. Here's his reaction.
Wow, that's 24. He can all but wrap it up with one here in the 9th.
Yeah, this is the shot right here. If he gets this one, he's definitely in the driver's seat. But Dickinson's still a possible 213, so it's not over.
Blow the 5, trip the 4.
That's when you're coming in at the right angle. If you got the ball entering the pocket area from the right angle, you carry. If you don't, you won't carry. And here's a look at it. You saw him get the 5-pin out on the light hit. Now you watch him trip the 4-pin. The head pin goes to the side, kicks out the 4-7. And really what it is, it's the right entry angle. Dickinson has not found even the shot to the pocket. A little different roll there. You can hear the ball rolling up high on the finger holes probably, and that means he's getting more end over end roll to keep the ball on line, but a little bit late.
Gary got to take it out to have any chance, doesn't he? Does he have a chance if he still takes it out?
He has a chance. If Gene-Stus were to open in the 10th frame with a bad count, definitely it's still in the match. But if Gary misses on either of the next 2 shots, the match is over. A lot more speed, a lot more lock.
Wow. Keeps hanging in there.
He's trying, but again, it comes back to maybe too little too late. But Gary's coming on now, and that shows the championship and the reason he is a champion. But Gene-Stus had that 1-game advantage, so he got to feel the lanes out a little more. He won his last match. He bowled extremely well against Bobby Holmes. Now he's got that little edge in already knowing where to adjust on the lanes, and that was the difference pretty much. Gary was looking. Gene-Stus already knew where to play.
Let it get there. Now, boy, get it a little wide, and it just won't make it back from in there.
That's the out of bounds, and unfortunately, Gary bowled so well all week, but it's going to be exciting to see how the vote comes out now for Player of the Year on the Senior Tour.
You know, before we run out of an opportunity to do this, we want to thank the PBA Commissioner, Mike Connor, for helping us on the coverage of both the Senior and National Tour. We also want to thank the lane people, Earl, Lenny Nicholson and Steve Cross, who do a marvelous job.
A thankless job.
A thankless job. Gene-Stus just needs to keep it on the lane.
Well, that's the shot he tried to throw against. He actually did throw a little better when he bowled Bobby Holmes in the 10th, needing a mark. That would have been exciting if he had left this.
Well, it would have been exciting if Dickinson had gotten that second one in the 10th and he'd have left this.
Mm-hmm.
We also want to thank the hardest working guy on the PBA Tour, Chuck Pisano, who's our TV coordinator.
Did he tell you to say that? Hardest working guy on the PBA Tour?
Stus finishing off like the champion that he is. A strike, and he's going to finish with 224. Another spot in the General Tire Tournament of Champions.
And a three-peat.
And a three-peat. He says nobody else from the Senior Tour gets the ball in that tournament except me. Well, he finishes it off with a strike to a standing ovation.